What is going on, everybody? Gainz Gaming here. How we doing? Have not been live in a minute, so I'm glad to have the option to go live today. What do we got here? We got John. We got TSG floating in the chat. How you guys doing? Well, we are going to be opening up everything on my alt account. I'm going to be saving stuff on my main account until we get closer to KVK. We are registered, so we'll see what we get for matchmaking today. We are matched with 3088, so that's pretty cool. I actually know a couple people in that kingdom, so that works out pretty nice. But let's hop over to my alt account. And we actually had the Dark Ruins, or Dark Altar, today, this morning. Unfortunately, I was not able to stream it, but I'll show you guys some reports from that. For an alt account, we did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how I performed. You know, obviously, ranged is pretty OP in the altar, but this is the altar that we had. We ended up losing it. There wasn't a whole lot of fighting, actually. Like, not really a whole lot. Because we had a free altar way down here, and like half of the people in our camp went down to this one. And it's like, if we have the opportunity to fight, why are we not fighting, you know? Register for the same KVK? Let's go. I think I already healed my hospital. Yeah, I did. But I'll show you guys the reports here, because they should all still be there. Let's see. All right, here are some of the reports. This one not as great. 229%, 2.2 to just under 1. 262%, that was pretty good. About 3.3 to 1.25. Again, not great. I do really prefer having my Gaja and Gonzalo, because obviously the AoE, you're going to trade so much better. But I did have some pretty decent ones with my Margaret and Babur, because they just get left alone. And, you know, you just basically melt one march at a time, versus this one, you're just doing AoE damage, you know? And like here, for example, I think, yeah, so I was being attacked by this guy, and so I was like, oh, you know what? Let's go for it. And I ended up losing it, but the overall trade was still just about 2 million to 1.1. But this one's pretty crazy. Yeah, 687k to 916k. They had, let's see, well, they had extra troop capacity, 15% troop capacity, and then dealing more damage to troops under 50%. I had counterattack damage, and I had 10% more normal damage. I was kind of switching around the different bastion skills I had on these marches, because we do have a couple viable. So like this one I always had on Margaret just to keep her a little bit more alive. This one is pretty good for YSG, gaining some extra rage, but I have it level 1, so it's not amazing. This one is great. 10% more normal damage is awesome. And then Belisari is 25% more damage to troops under 50%. Is pretty solid for siege, especially having Gonzalo, because he's doing AoE damage, obviously. But pretty happy with the reports. This one's insane. 4 mil to 1.1. Like that's pretty good. But yeah, so it went pretty decent. Had some bad ones, obviously, but overall we traded really well. I'd say overall we traded on average about 200%. So pretty happy with that. I think I finished with like 20 million kill points. Almost on the dot, 20 million kill points. I was ranked 50 when I logged off, so there was a little bit more fighting after I logged off, but yeah, it was a pretty good fight. Well, I'll show you guys what all I have on this account. We're going to do armaments today as well, so if we have any upgrades, I do have a good amount of armaments to open up. I was hoping to get these open before our first fights, but I just didn't have the time to do it. And then also just trying to see with all my keys, I don't have a ton of keys, but with my keys, if I'm able to do some crafting. I don't know if I'll do that in this video, but just have the ability to craft some more stuff, because this march is pretty solid, but my Margaret does need a little bit of work. And then my other marches are just, I don't know if I'm even going to field them, because they just don't do well. They, at best, they trade even, and I'm not in the business of just wanting to break even here. I want to get good trades. Even though this is an alt account, I don't care too much about it. I don't have the unlimited resources and speed ups that I have in my main. Not that they're unlimited on my main, but a lot more than my alt account. So I need to be a little bit pickier with the trades that I'm getting on this account. So let's start off with, let's do Treasure of the Warrior Queen, just so we can get some more keys. Maybe get a couple gold heads as well. We'll see if we can get some luck there. I have had better luck doing like certain numbers at a time. Let's start with 112 just to make it all even. All right, 43, some gold or silver keys. What's up, Oscar? How many marches am I running? 2, 3, or 4? I have the ability to run 4, but at the end of our zone 5 fight, I was only running 2 because they were doing so much better. And my other 2, my epic march, and then my John and Steven were just not doing good. So I took them out and was just using my 2 good marches. Okay, we got a gold key. If I can get just 1 gold head, that's all I'm asking for. Just 1 gold head. Another gold key, okay. I don't know if it's gonna happen, guys. I never get good. Oh, I spoke too soon. There we go. I don't know what it is, but lately I've been getting so much better luck with these. So there's 1 gold head, another gold key, 2 more here. Last 100. Oh, let's go. 2 gold heads. That's awesome. Any tips on how to gain power fast for farm accounts? Go to my YouTube channel, like on my homepage, and then filter videos by popular. I have 2 videos tailored specifically for farm accounts, but I also have 2 other videos that are tailored for just growing power. Both those would, or all 4 of those would be applicable to your situation. So you can really check out all 4 of them. And they're all like my top 10 in terms of like view count. So you'll be able to find them pretty easily. But we got matched. We have not gotten matched yet. We will get matched at reset, hopefully. We got 12,000 compensation chests. This is from donating gold heads, or not gold heads, commander heads that I'm not using, obviously, and then having just excess. So we get some speed ups, we get some resources. Nothing huge, but it's better than nothing, right? Please stay after reset. I will not be streaming until reset, unfortunately. I don't have time to. This is just to open stuff up on my farm account. I'm not sure how long I'll stream today, but definitely not till reset. I can't go for 4 hours. Because my wife and I are in the process of packing our stuff up because we are closing on a house here pretty soon. So yeah, so that's pretty big. That's taken a lot of my time lately. But let's go. Is there anything else that's going to give us keys? I feel like there are that I need to open up before we do keys. Supply boxes, I think that will give us some keys. So we'll open up 700 of those. Gold keys, let's go. Why are the resources so low? Because this is an alt account and it's in KVK. And I just healed 500k in my hospital before I went to the gym earlier. Just dreaming about, I need to push honor, need some entertainment. There you go. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad to be your entertainment for the day. All right, any of these that I can get? Oh, bummer. I always like when I can get gems for it because I don't care about the other stuff. All right, what else we got? We got 87 magic chests. So this is from the daily objectives. So when you finish all 100 points, you get 1 magic chest. So this is just under 3 months worth of magic chests. Got some AP, some army expansions, talent resets. It's pretty good. 4 teleports and then about a day of speed ups. All right. Anything else that's going to give us keys? I don't believe so. Let's go open up these because this will give us some crystal keys. So we'll start with the Golden Kingdom. Okay, 15 golden keys. Definitely not worth doing Golden Kingdom for just golden keys. You really need the blueprints to make that worthwhile. All right, Conquest of the Mystique. Got 30 of these. Oh, okay. 25 crystal keys. Got some blueprints. Okay. What are you guys thinking about them changing the keys? I don't know if I've talked about this, but like changing, or wasn't, no, not the keys. Changing the speed ups. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Because personally, I absolutely hate it. I don't know if that's just because I don't like change, but I do not like the change in the speed ups. Might just be me, but I don't like it. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the change in speed ups? I do not. All right, what else we got? We got 60 for Conquest Ceroli chests. Here we go. Okay, 56 crystal keys. All right. Don't think there's anything else here for me to open up. Nope, I do not believe so. So let's go ahead. Let's do keys now. What's the change? They changed the color. So like they changed the 24 hours to orange. They changed the 8-hour to purple, the 15-hour to purple. They changed the 60-minute to blue, the 30-minute to blue. It was like minor changes, but I just don't like it. Is Philip usable for chaining barbarians? I believe so, yeah. I mean, it's smaller, but usable, I guess. I only like it because it makes me feel like I have more than I do. That's what I don't like about it, because like when I opened up like when I open up a chest or something, or get a speed up and it was blue, I was like, oh nice, that's like an 8-hour speed up, and now it's a 60-minute speed up or a 30-minute speed up, and I was like, that's not good anymore. That's, I don't know, maybe just because I've been playing for so long and I'm used to blue meaning really, really good. It just feels weird. So that's just me. Such a not needed change. Yeah, I agree, Danilo. I think it looked better before, and I would have rather they put their time and effort into something that benefited the game rather than just a change that nobody asked for and doesn't do anything but just make it look weird. They made it so it looks cool on egg or KVK achievements. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It makes these look so much better. Like having purple there instead of blue, that makes it look better. Having like yeah, the keys, they did change the keys. This used to be blue or like a purple background, and now it's gold. So it makes it look better. Like it makes the keys look like they're conquest or sovereign keys. And it's like, that's so deceiving because they're not. It makes it look so much better than it used to be, or than it actually is. So I don't know, that's just my little rant. But let's go ahead and let's open up all of our silver keys. We have 1,184. Just looking for some speed ups, honestly. That's really all I care about here. Again, looks way better than it should. All right, well, that's all right. But now we got 242 gold keys. Let's open this free one up first. Then we'll open up all these gold keys. We don't have a ton, but 242. Maybe we'll get some skills into my Charles Martel and get some more counterattack damage. Maybe. I don't think that's going to be enough. Only 10 from the full unlock. We got 75 hours of speed ups there. Charles, we got 15 heads for Charles. That's probably not going to do it. Nothing else that's really important. Let's take a look here. Yeah, no, I'm still 30 off. This is a skill that I need. Level 5. I could do a skill reset, but is that 5% counterattack damage really worth it? If I was going to do a skill reset, it would be for YSG to try to get another skill on this to gain to 60 rage, but I'm just not going to do that, right? It's not worth it. But let's go ahead and do the final crystal keys. 448. This could actually be good if I get some legendaries. That'd be nice. 2 hope cloaks, okay. Don't care about it on this account, but oh, we got 1 legendary ebony. Not amazing looking at it at first glance. 176 hours of speed ups. Only 4 epics, which feels low for 550 keys. Shadow Legion and then Hope Cloak. Again, don't need either of those. We did get a scepter though. That's okay. And then only 2 for siege. That sucks. I need those. That's like what I'm short on for my other marches. I guess I do have these. But I don't think they unlocked the siege. No, they don't. This one does, but these ones don't. Because these are like the old ones. That's dumb. Alright, well, let's go on to armaments. So we got some of those too. We'll open up the randoms first. We'll start with the blue. Nothing. Another 8. Okay. Retaliation. Counterattack damage. Not great, but we'll save it just in case. Alright, we get 3 epics. Got wedge. Don't need those. And then we got 12 legendaries. Let's do 6 and 6. No V formation. I mean, stats, but that's not, I don't need those. Again, oh, there we go. 1 V formation, 1.6%. That's, that sucks. All right, we're just getting rid of all those. All right, well, it's unfortunate, but we're gonna move on to V formation. That's the nice thing about this account being only V formation, is that that's all I care about. So anything I'm opening, it's always gonna be V formation for full siege. And 9 times out of 10, the blues are just gonna be recycled. So we'll go on to the epics. Let's start with 8. I don't think any epics are gonna be anything unless they're like full high stats with an inscription. So if there's no inscription, it's not going to be an upgrade. And even if it has an inscription, if it's epic, it's probably not going to be an upgrade. Those stats are too low. The bread and butter is going to be in those legendaries. Stats are too low though. Alright, last 20. Oh. Sentries. Bro. Why is that even a skill for V formation? Are you kidding me? Gainz, I think you should make by 5511, focus on maxing Shin. Also, I need to watch that video that Lilith put out on how to pronounce all the names, because I guarantee I butcher 80% of the names. Guarantee it. I feel like every time I say a name, someone corrects me. It's like, it's pronounced like this. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. Oh, I guess I had more here. Can I buy anything in here? Oh, I can buy another one. I was on that video? Bro, no way. Dude, okay. No way. Okay, let's pull that up. No way they roasted me. Seriously? Let's find this thing. Where did it go? All right. So the title is "You're Saying It Wrong." It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll give it a watch. Let me just get this on here. All right, we'll pause the music. All right, let's see here.
Hello, governors. Recently, after the release of the newest Archer Commander, we've noticed that some of you guys struggle with the name pronunciation. So we have prepared a Chinese commander's name pronunciation class. I'm Agus, and I'm gonna be your teacher today. Make sure to stay focused, and let's get started. Let's warm up with the easy ones. These you probably already know. 孙子, 关羽, 刘彻. Not too bad, right? But then there's this guy.
Baiki? Is that their name? Baiki?
Nope, it's not his name. Try again, please.
BQ.
YQ,
Baiki.
Nike, Nike.
Oof, no. It's 白起. Repeat after me. 白起.
Bai Chi.
Not bad, you're learning fast. Next up, 诸葛亮.
Zhu Lang.
Nope, he never worked at zoo. So 诸葛 is his last name, Liang is his first name. 诸葛亮.
I just call him ZL, bro.
诸葛亮.
Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang.
Liang.
Zhuge.
Shuge Liang. Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang.
Nope, please focus. 诸葛亮. Mulan is not hard, you know her from cartoons. Cao Cao. Careful, it's not Cao Cao. It's... Put it back. It's Cao Cao. Next, 武则天. Quite simple. 貂蝉, easy. 吕布, easy. But what about the young Marquis?
Hua Ho Che Bing. Huo.
Oh,
Huo
boy.
Chu Bing. Huo Chu Bing.
Huo Q Bing.
Hua.
Hua.
Hua. Hua Qbing. Hua. Hua Qbing.
Hookah Bing. Hookah Bing.
Hui Ku
Hookah Bing.
Bing.
How Chai Bing.
Oh no, stop it, please, I beg you. Okay, read after me. 霍
Huo.
去
Chu.
病
Bing.
霍去病.
Hu Chu Bing.
Next up, who can name this commander?
XY.
Anyone? Anyone? Well, since no one wants to answer, it's 项羽.
What?
项羽. Got it?
Zhang Yu.
Next, we have the last name of the day, and it might be the hardest.
Oh boy.
The first emperor who unified China, 秦始皇.
What?
秦始皇. I know a lot of governors have already been practicing for a while.
秦
Chin.
始
Shi.
皇
Kwang.
秦始皇
Jin Huang. Oh.
Je
Ma.
Oh my gosh.
Me poo poo.
Thank you, Ihara, for
I
helping
love
your
that
classmates.
reference. I love
Emperor
Friends.
Qin Shi Huang.
That was actually not bad. Good job. And that's it for today's lesson.
Okay.
Hope you've
That's,
learned something.
that was funny. All right. Sorry, guys. I couldn't see chat at all during that. Let's see. Gotta catch up on this. I'll turn the music back on here too. Oh. All right, there we go. Who needs Harvard when you have Auguste Academy? Bro said XY immediately, like no chance. I can't do it, guys. That reminds me of when I was in Spanish in high school, and like I can't roll my R's. Like I just physically can't do it. And anytime that we had to roll our R's, I was always like, nope, don't pick on me. I can't say this. I physically cannot do this. But I'd always get picked on in class by the teacher to say something that I physically could not do. But I'll have to practice and go and rewatch that video and figure out how to say some of these commander names, because I know I butcher them. I try my best, but at the end of the day, it's tough, guy. That's why we shorten it. That's why we shorten stuff, right? All right, well, let's get back to this. We have 55 legendary formation choice chests. So let's jump into that. The formation. Open 7. I can do 7. I'll save that one because it has high attack. Is 7 the magic number? No legendary inscriptions. Or inscriptions, I should say. If it was a legendary inscription, that'd be really nice. All those are low stats. Ooh, inscription. 3.3% defense, I'll save that. %1.5% extra damage, okay. You should try a restart in 2025 or 2026. See how it changed when you start playing. I just don't have time for restart. Oh, another. I mentioned it earlier, but I am currently in the process of buying a house. And so that takes way more of my time away than I already have. So doing a restart would be very, very difficult for me right now. Especially because like whoa, those are good stats. Jeez. Especially because I'm running an alt account too. That's in KVK, this account, obviously. And then my main account is about to go into KVK as well. So it's gonna get pretty hectic here. And at work, I'm in sales, and my quota the next couple months is absolutely insane. So that's even more. Enraged. That's not even good. Armored. Okay. All right, last 8 here. All surrounded, deals 5% more counterattack damage. Yeah. So nothing that really blew me away, but one thing we can do is open up an inscription shard. Two 2.5% more skill damage of all types, works on Margaret, Bubber. Oh. Yikes. I did not realize that. Oh well. Let's open up one of these. Bro. I can't tell you how many times I have complained to the developer contacts that we have to take these stupid things out of this chest. That's such a waste. Such a waste. Each transmutation stone is 900 gems. Okay. Yes, in. I don't know if I said that right, but let me ask you this. Would you spend, would that be 4,500 gems to get 180 legendary armaments? Yes or no? The answer is a yes, 100%. It's like, holy crap, no brainer. Obviously, yes. So, I mean, the value there is certainly not there, right? Xavier, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. It's my first live stream in a while. And speaking of which, it is the end of the month, and I got some memberships I can gift. So, let's gift some memberships. Let's see who's lucky. right?
Life's better when you're.
Just gotta wait for this ad to finish playing. They could make it 50 instead of 5. If they made it 50, that would make it more worth it. But 5? 5 is like such a waste. Holy crap. Like, it's so bad. Alright, guys. Let's see who gets a membership. We're sending 5 right now. Let's see who's lucky. John HW, you're the first one in the chat, man. Congrats. ZKX, man, you are always in here. I appreciate your support, dude. Aiden, Gerald, and Fowler, welcome to the membership, guys. You now have access to a bunch of emojis that I made. The more members that we get, the more emojis I can create. So if you guys want to become a member and you did not get gifted one, I have some pretty cheap ones. Let me see, what's the cheapest one? $2 is the cheapest membership. So if you want to become a member and have access to all the different emojis, have a green name in the chat, and support me as a content creator, feel free to get a membership. I'd appreciate it. Dude, ZKX is everywhere. Shappy and I did a live stream, what was it, last weekend? Whenever that was. Like 5 days ago or whatever. And ZKX was in there the entire time. I'm working on an infantry set, but I'm not going to aim for the 4-piece march. Any recommendations? Let me show you real quick. We'll hop back over here in a minute, but let me show you what I have on my main account. I have 2 different options that you could look at. I'll just show you what you could strive for, essentially. So this is my first set. I wasn't there the entire time, maybe an hour and a half. I think the entire stream was an hour and a half, ZKX. So this is what I have. I do have the set piece, or the set pieces, which personally I think is worth doing. I think 10% march speed is worth the investment. And then my second set, I guess I do have both march speed on both of them, but what other options could you do? Well, you could do, I don't know if I can even, oh, I can. You could go for the KVK weapon. That could be an option. Where is it? There we go. If you don't want to do the march speed, then the weapon is kind of a no-brainer. So extra 5% attack. If you have it crit, then even better. But it's obviously a lot more expensive to craft. And if you don't crit it, it's not that much better than the shield. And the shield is way cheaper. And then you get the extra march speed, right? With the set piece. The other one you could swap out, I believe, would be the boots. And let me just check, because I think you would go for the, where is it? Yes, you would go for the Greaves of the Glorious Goddess, I believe. So that'd be 6% troop health. And then you'd go for the KVK weapon, is what I would probably say. Replace the drum with horn on Luce. It's not as useful in Ragnar. How does it have a... How does it trigger more on Luce if it's just a 10% chance? It'll be the same odds on any commander. Luce's expertise. Might be learning something new here. Oh. There we go. Learn something new every day. Alright, so what do I take out then? The horn? I did not know that. I talk about how great of a commander he is. I just don't even have to read his stats anymore, or read his skills anymore. That's great to know. I appreciate that, ZKX. We'll have to see how much better that does. And then I can toss that onto Ragnar. Get some extra skills on there. One thing I do need is I can't craft it yet. I was able to craft the Delane's amulet, so I'll probably have to get rid of that at some point. But I wanted to craft Greatest Glory, which I can right now. Read the mail you sent me. I appreciate that, man. 3846. Hey, I appreciate the message, man. This means a lot. I'm glad to have made a positive impact on you. That's my goal with the YouTube channel is, you know, make educational content, make entertaining content, make funny shorts. I was actually, when I was doing cardio today at the gym, I was just scrolling on CapCut, which is where I make all my memes for my shorts, and just scrolling on CapCut and getting some ideas to make more shorts, because I've been posting like 3 shorts a day, which has been insane. I think I have more through tomorrow, I think is the last day. Maybe on the 30th is the last day. I have them scheduled to post, but people have been loving them. And I think combined, yo, Shappy, what's up, dude? Yeah, the shorts have gotten like 400,000 views on my channel, which is crazy. Like, let's see. Pulled up on my other monitor here. You love the pilot video? I don't even remember when I posted that. I posted so many shorts. So let's see. Yeah, so in the last, what would it be? Since last Sunday is when I started posting them, on the 22nd. Since then, I have accrued 500,000 views on my shorts. That's crazy. Shappy, bro. If you guys didn't know this, Shappy has a farm account that he gets zeroed every single KVK. Right after he complains about being broke on resources, that is named Gainz Gaming with a Y. That's hilarious. Shadow Gaming, what's up, man? Alright, well, let's see. Shappy, you missed all the openings. Come on, man. I sent you the link when I started. Should have been here. Let's see if I have any upgrades on any of this kind of stuff. These are really the ones I care most about. Honestly, this is insane. Having this many on one formation is pretty crazy. I think honestly just like getting some extra stats is the biggest thing. Dude, Gaja is packing. Seriously. Like, you got this gear, you got these armaments. It's pretty insane. So I think Gaja I'm going to keep where he's at. Margaret has a little bit more work that she can get. Stats here are good. Can I add any inscriptions? Nope, don't have any. Dude, if I could get 3.5% health on this, be fully maxed out. That's hilarious. Let's see, what else? Oh, so Brawler does work on Margaret. Oh, I don't want to lose those stats though. The 3.5% isn't enough. ZKX, I have 4 siege marches. This is my other one. Here's the inscriptions. or armaments, and then this is my 4th one. And then the armaments. No, Z guys, this is my alt. This is my alt account, as you can see. But these were the reports I had earlier today. I don't know if you were in the stream when I was going over these. I can understand why you're confused. No, my main siege account, or my main siege march is pretty crazy. Let me show you guys what my main siege account looks like. Instead of putting all my materials into a 6th archer march, which at this point maybe should be the priority, is another archer. But this is what I got for my ranged on the main account, which is insane, honestly. The only thing I'm missing is Greatest Glory. And I do think Greatest Glory is probably better than the KVK one that just came out. Because I don't think that's... I don't know how much better that is. Your siege gets 10 mil in the altar and people still say they're bad? Bro, what? See, on my main account, my siege will get closer to 10 mil because the fighting in 1846 compared to my alt account in a DC kingdom is night and day. And so having people that... I'm not trying to trash talk my kingdom. It's mostly the campmates that are the ones that are not really fighting great. Because they, you know, kind of just retreat behind siege and let siege get surrounded and then turn back around. And it's like, this is not how you use siege. Siege is here to do damage and debuff the enemies. So it's nice being able to fight with people that know how to use siege and know how to play around siege, but not every kingdom knows how to do it. But I feel like Greatest Glory is better than this one. No loyalty or understatement or understanding in some kingdoms, yeah. But yeah, I feel like Greatest Glory 5% extra normal damage compared to the extra healing. I don't know how much healing that would really do. I watched Mr. Siege's video on it. He didn't really love it. I don't think you're gonna get a whole lot of value from that. And plus, like the way that he laid it out was over like a 30-minute period, it was like an additional 20,000 in healing that you'd get, because he did the math on like his march, and it was like 20k in healing. And so like 20k in healing in this, you have 396,000 slightly wounded. What's an extra 20,000 units really gonna do? At the end of the day, not a whole lot. So I don't really think it's worth going into, especially when, like, think about just dealing 5% more damage on this. Like, that's much better. Maybe if it's 2 smite AoEs make a difference. I think 2 smite AoEs would make a difference because you're going to do a lot more damage. So if you had like BQ and Luce, completely different situation, right? But let's jump back over here real quick. Also, if you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like on here. We got, how many likes do we have on here? 17 likes. We can get more likes than that, guys. Drop a like on the video, or the live stream, I guess. All right, well, we have a number of different things that we could try to fix here. I think that was probably our best one. Actually, this one probably needs it the most, because I'm not going to swap this out. That's way too good. But the stats aren't amazing. The all damage is good, but the other stats are not. So I have 4 of these. So let's use one. Alright, we're going to save all damage. Transmute. You're guaranteed to receive an attribute for the same unit type. Oh, okay. Bro. Okay, that's already way better. Dude. Oh man. I'm just gonna... Honestly, this one I could just... The all damage isn't amazing. So... I mean, what do we think? Compared to... Honestly, if I stop working on my other marches for now, and I just like put this on here, I don't care about march speed whatsoever, to be honest. And then I go and I put this on. Whoops. Like that. Because she'll benefit from that. And then... I'm not planning on using him right now, but... I think I like that better. Because now I'm dealing 3% more damage, and I have all those stats. Yeah, exactly. And so now, look at that. So what can be fixed? I mean, that's pretty good. Part of me kind of wants to do this one, but let's see what could be fixed on Margaret first. I mean, honestly, I say I just lock the all damage. Remember the artifact tower? You're gonna have to remind me. And I also don't know if these ones don't do as well just because they're not maxed out. Because I have 500 gold heads. Oh yeah, Martel and Gonzalo. Those actually did trade well. So that was actually pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know if... Because right now I have John at 5511. And then Steven at 5111. So like... I don't know if... I don't know how to proceed. Like if I should wait to see if they're going to release a new siege commander. Because like if they do, it's probably going to be really good, right? What's up, AB? Yeah, because if I were to wait for the new siege... it's probably going to be broken, and it's probably going to be AoE, because we only have one AoE siege commander. So I feel like right now I just keep on investing into these 2 insane marches and kind of go from there. But let's see, can we do any crafting? I don't know if we can. I don't have the helmet. I don't have the blueprints for it either. But let's see. I would need... I think I already... Yeah, I already have these crafted. I just need to refine them. But I only have one of those. I don't have enough for another one, so... I don't think that's worth doing right now. Boots... also don't have enough for that. So I think equipment is the best I'm going to get it. But I can do this. We'll do that. That should make a little bit of a difference. We got the plume here too. I still can't believe I crit that. That's pretty insane. But let's see, anything else we can do? I really just want to make like these 2 insane. You know what I mean? But I also want to make sure I'm not, you know, changing or putting all my eggs in one basket with something that could be replaced, right? Like, am I going to find one better than Brawler? And if I do, is it better than this? Those are the questions I have to ask. Or here, Smite compared to Line Shot and Shielded. Full Draw, I don't think I'm going to do better than that, but the stats are already really good. Oh, jeez. What? Why do I not have this? Oh, wait. What do we think about this, guys? Do we like the attack better or the health better? You'd gain 2% health, lose 8.8% attack, and lose 0.2% defense. So we're really trading 0.9% of stats for 2% of stats. I think that's better. Yeah, Margaret doesn't really have much health. So let's go. Toss that back onto her, or toss one back onto her. Where'd that one go? Oh, there it is. Margaret is squishy. Yeah, she is. That's why I'm glad we have the different support skills in here, because I use this one on here. Let's see, anything else we can change? That's OP. That one doesn't have an inscription. That skill won't work. Full draw doesn't work. Bro, what? Support skill? Oh, what? I feel like it has worked though. Let me look. Lula said it didn't. Interesting. I need to read skills more closely. So that means, yeah, that doesn't do anything then. So let's see. Probably this one then. Well, actually, I need to decide, do I want 10% less damage or do I want 10% chance to gain 50 rage? Yeah, the belly one is good. That one I have on here. This one I have belly and I have Queen Tamar of Georgia. So this one deals 10% more normal damage. And I guess this one probably doesn't work, but the normal damage should work. Yeah, it doesn't work? Let me see. Bro, none of these work. It was normal damage of all. Oh, so it has to say of all types. So that means I would need. That means these are like the only two skills that really work. Counterattack damage works when you get swarmed down. So yeah, I think this and this are probably the two best. Because none of the other ones really work then. But then troop capacity would be nice, but we don't have that one. Because it's in the zone that we lost. Yeah, and my troops do get swarmed down, so. Yeah, nothing else really works. That sucks. None of these work either. I guess this works. 3% less skill damage. But yeah, none of these really work. But let's see if we can do any... Need to add the epic siege skills, that'd be nice. Debating, do I want to transmute this one? Oh, if I get a legendary inscription, it's going to go on this, so I don't know. I think maybe we transmute this. Well, Smite is actually pretty good. We'll take some health. Ooh. Ooh. What do we think? All damage or health? I'm thinking all damage. I think all damage here. And let's lock that. Ah, dang it. Alright, well, I think that's an upgrade. And then Brawler. Nothing. Bummer. I could transmute this though. 1.9% all damage is pretty good. I'll take 2.9% attack. There we go. Boom. Look at this. 3.6 all damage, 6.8 health, 11.2 defense, and 8.7 in attack. And that's my second set. And my first set, 11.9, 5.1, 6.1, 1.1. How's it going for you in KVK right now? Not amazing. We just lost the Dark Altar, and then we also lost Zone 5. So, hey bro, I have 3 marches, 1 full legendary gear, 2 others missing accessories. Should I go for a 4th march? Definitely finish the other 2 sets. You would rather have 3 really good sets than 4 okay sets. Honestly, I say I just try to knock this out while I can, right? Oh, that's already better. I'm getting some pretty good luck here, guys. Oh, let's just keep going. Oh, a little bit of an upgrade. There we go. Go for patronage. We don't have any more of these left, unfortunately. But yeah, once I fix this one, I'll have all siege stats. Literally all siege and 6 inscriptions. That's just broken. Alright, what do I need? Another weapon would be nice. Unfortunately, it's not in here. That'd be nice if it was. Yeah, I need more of these. Wish you could remove the visibility of some stats. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do here. Not that I really have the gold to do it anyway, but... Am I going to invest in Shin? Most likely, yes. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to. You know what I mean? Because I think he's so good that you have to do it. Because right now, I have 1,300 gold heads. So if I max him, and then I bring BQ, wherever he went, to 5511, like, I mean, I don't know if there's really much better I can do. Run BQ, Luce, Shin with, I already forgot how to say it, ZL, Zuj, I need to watch that video again. And bench Herman? I mean, or I build another Archer March. I have this already, and I run him with YSG, and then Zuj and Herman. For now, you don't need BQ, you have William Wallace, that's true. Try making BQ 5515. I'm not an infantry main, no. I used to be, not anymore. Now I have 1 siege, I have 2 calves, I have 2 infantry, and I have 1 archer. So these are all my sets. So this is my set of engineering. That's my first cav, my second cav, first infantry, second infantry, archer, and then so far second archer. How will I do my crystal tech? That is a great question that I have not thought about. I think honestly, like, I don't think I'm going to invest into siege or archers. Because the way I'm thinking about it is I have 2 cav, 2 infantry, 1 archer, 1 engineering as of right now. So I need to prioritize the ones that have 2s. So we're going to go troop capacity. I'll show you guys the text so you guys know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go for troop capacity. Call to arms, max those out, both of them, obviously. And then probably go mostly infantry and calves here. Right? And then I don't really care about healing cost. Damage reduction is pretty good. I might go full archers here and damage reduction. You should invest in BQ and probably Shin. Yeah, Shin YSG is the second best option you can go. So if you have 2 archers, it's Zuj Herman, Shin YSG. And then I would just get the museum buff for YSG. get an extra 7% skill damage. But then the thing to consider is what bastion skills are we going to have too. Also, I haven't made a video on this yet, but start buying building and research speedups here. I used to never buy them. Now I do, because you're going to be able to trade them in KVK. I have invested a lot into my second arch already. That is correct. Like, I got the KVK weapon, KVK helmet. I got the leadership legs. I mean, I could go for a very budget chest, gloves, and boots and field another march right away, but I don't really have any, I don't have any accessories to put on there. Yeah, it is crazy how long YSG has been relevant. That is very crazy. Also, keep an eye out for a shortcoming here soon. We had someone in my alliance, I'll show you his account. He dropped, I'm not even exaggerating. Look at this. Starting here, Alru. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of his name, but Alru. Look at all these golden chests. I think he dropped 68 or 69 golden chests. And he is an absolute kraken. This dude right here. And then if you guys haven't heard, we do have BT Cyborg in 1846 now for this KVK. I've heard that he's going to go back to 2377 after our KVK is over, but it's going to be great to have him in the meantime, that's for sure. And maybe he stays longer. We'll see. I hope he does. My archer set is the same as yours, just not the KVK pieces. It's purple. See, I'm just so used to, I'll read that later. I'm just so used to having all legendary that even this is like cringy to me, having one purple. Because everything else is full legendary. Everything. Besides this one purple. So I want to get Greatest Glory. I'll craft that before this KVK. And then I guess if I have leftovers, then maybe build that second archer set. We'll see. But that is going to do it for the stream today, guys. I appreciate all of you being here. I will be doing more in the future on my main account and my farm accounts, opening everything, because I have plenty of stuff to open up on this account as well. But I want to do it before KVK starts. So we have a little bit of time before then. Maybe I'll do some streaming for Marauders. We'll have to see. I'm not sure when exactly that'll be, but we'll hopefully get a match here at reset. I'll keep you guys posted on that, on who our opponents are. But our ally, our campmate, is going to be 3088, which is pretty cool. I do know some people in that kingdom, so that is super exciting. Again, I appreciate all of you guys being here. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Make sure you guys stay tuned to all my shorts as well. I'm posting tons more of those, so stay tuned. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys next time.